Another centrifuge module? Sure, why not? Yeah, just reuse the Saturn V. Let's go ahead and try and up the payload reliability for that mission. Jupiter flyby. And start with a lot of data, or radiation anyway. Alright. So here's my tactic. That generates enough of that. Can then generate surplus that. Number of things on this craft actually require electricity to do. I'm going to take a reliability hit. Wait, 10% per? Oh. If I had fully processed that, I would have been less willing to do that. Well, I think I'm get rather unreliable, but as long as I can generate a point of 4 points of navigation. Doesn't matter how irradiated this thing gets. How those both can go wrong and I still went in. Hey, completed the Jupiter flyby. And just get rewarded with a trickle of science for a long while. Yeah. Oh. What I was hoping for was a science event. It looks like there's another iteration of that can happen, where instead of getting science, which boosts with each one that you go past, you can get reputation. But honestly, I prefer the science one. Mars Prep, Mars Exploration Mission. And this thing is to just achieve Earth orbit, and then presumptively deorbit itself. I suspect it may be aerobraking. Let's just hope that we're careful enough that it doesn't litho break. So that would be very bad. That also shuts the alarm out. is just exceptionally warm. And everything fucking requires the electricity to run. Well, the good news is I have no way to spend nav, or to spend comms. And I just need to generate a full 9 additional. And this is the last turn. Oh. At least we did that. Now what's the next one that grants me? Send lander. Which I'm working on right now. Never mind, I'm not working on it right now. Also, I won't have a launch vehicle capable of sending it. I mean... where else then? No, seriously, I wouldn't even have a launch vehicle capable of sending it. Maybe, actually, now that I think about it, it would be better off my time spent researching these modules. Wait, am I doing nothing? I'm doing a lot of nothing right now. What I should be doing is request missions. Since those generate me lots and lots of science. Ariana 6. Our topographic radar mapping. I'm gonna get the SLS boosters so I can actually send those sorts of payloads up. And generate a little bit more in the way of hype for the space program. I mean, at this point, we wouldn't actually be another funding tier. Even if I had, what was I gonna say? Not had any failures. So it's not that big a concern. Oh, one of my astronauts just retired. Well, good on them for being able to retire and not having been blown to smithereens. Or anything like that. Science. And bad weather. And yet another module added to the space station. If only the ISS got this many modules in real life. Just keep getting bigger and bigger. Keep throwing stuff at it until it gets very chungus, I guess. And that's probably the solar observatory. Or I could do subsurface impactor. Now then, I need to fit 3 people on board. Preferably 3 scientists. But, nah, don't have 3 scientists. So that's not happening. Let's reuse a launch vehicle. Cheapest one. Which happens to be an well, I guess if it's heavily outdated but still works, it's not entirely outdated. That's a trustworthy launch vehicle. The Saturn V. One of the most powerful rockets ever designed. And at the time of writing this, I mean, we got SpaceX's Starship coming up on us, so there's that. Anyway, how's everyone else's Mars readiness doing? Poorly. But they're getting there. Traffic satellite for some funding. Or another impact analysis. I need some science right now. Kinda need to finish these things off. We'll also need the SLS block too, but for right now, that's 6,500. That's undoable with any of my current ones. I'll also probably want to do that with... Oh, I'm getting a lot of science right now. Money. Wait, so that's the Japanese and the Americans shipping it. Well, it's the International Space Station. That's for sure. A lot of science over time. Then I will need to get the SLS Block 2 with the SLS supplementaries. And then I'd be mighty tempted just to finish out the tech tree for plus 5% or 10% launch reliability on everything. There's another Venetian probe. Do not have mission slots available though. Another astronaut has retired. Oh. Well then. It's a sizable way. Yeah, doing orbital missions, Earth orbit missions will get you that. So topographic radar, just get that done. mission will be next on the docket? Probably this. Breakdown of expenses by buildings. The space station cost funding perpetually. So I get $850 and I spend a fair bit of it on buildings, yeah. Might be worth it to look into. That finishing off up here, but that's a lot of science as well. It would reduce the cost of my buildings by 25%. So now we have to deal with radiation and heat. Specifically, if the craft gets too cold, it turns off permanently. We want it to not do that. And I want it to stop beeping, so... Now what consumes radiation? This does. Now radiological damage. Nice. Always nice when a best possible outcome occurs. And we're starting to freeze again. What I need is a bit of comms and some more nav. It doesn't matter how much radiation this thing has on it, as long as you complete the mission, or that's about to freeze solid. And there's our Saturn flyby. I don't know if there's a specific word for Saturn. A specific, like, adjective. Yeah, there's the boosters for the SLS. Can now proceed with the rest of that. Actually, I might just go with a lander. Forget to trigger launch prep. Oh. It's gonna just reuse a shuttle. Let's try and minimize the risk of this mission failing. So once I complete that, well, I'll basically be done with the remainder of the tech tree, at least in the missions milestones. Oh. Blackhole study revealed nothing. More science, more data, more stuff that I need. And are there any of these which other nations? I'm gonna choose to do the Mars crewed rover because someone else might try and do that soon. Oh, I'm doing 2 Mars missions at the same time, I think. I think they're both Mars missions. And another one. Oh, no, that was heading for Venus. And there's another observatory. Also gave me a new upgrade. Now then, keeping in mind that my next milestone, I'm going to want to actually not finish that. Going to want to do the send lander. There's the crewed rover completed. So then, what I would kind of like to do is use this a bit. The SLS block 2. It might otherwise be overkill, but it does increase reliability on this thing. And you can bet I'm going to make it cheaper if I can. Oh no, yeah, let's correct that flaw. And I just said I was going to not complete that mission, but... Oh wait, they were both Mars missions. Well, I'll put a chunk of research into this, but the thing is, my 50%, so I want like 6,000 research into it, and then I pull out of it. Mars Prep, Robotic Grower. And Mars Prep, send up a ground tab out. Sure, let's fund that campaign. Can't reuse a shuttle for this. Okay, I can actually go with the cheapest possible thing I can for this one. I know the Saturn V boosters could carry these things up. It just took longer to build. Okay, reduce the cost because it's expensive. Oh shit, right. Well, now that pretty much should guarantee it'll succeed. It'll finish off. And this isn't a very reliable rocket. There's the supplementaries. Yeah, that's the only one I got researched right now. And use a composite casing to make it cheaper. And use a popular builder. Another astronaut retires. This one at least can launch on a cheaper vehicle. Astronaut punched a guy who said the moon landing was fake. That happened in real life, by the way. Alright. Made the thing as reliable as I possibly could. At least the rover itself. God damn it. Well, that's why we test that sort of thing. Okay, then I'll want to run 3 of these, so I'll need 3 more of that and 6 of those. Gives me plenty of nav to play with too. Cons to play with. Okay, really? Okay, now I need to generate a bunch of navigation. Okay, I could generate 1, 2, 3, and that. I had to have an opportunity for exactly one thing to go wrong. But nothing went wrong. Had exactly one chance for things to go wrong, and they didn't. I'm happy for that. The SLS looks kind of silly without its booster strapped on. Probably because I know what it's supposed to look like with its booster strapped on. Oh, well, we can put that later thing. As I want these things to not fail. Alright. Some consideration. This is probably the rover you're supposed to launch first. Because it's a decidedly simpler design. But anyway. So what I'll want is 8 nav. That's what generates navigation. Comms too. I got the electrics to spare that. Hey, everything went to perfect. Another astronaut retires. It's the next phase, the mid-course correction for the crewed rover. Needs to generate 8. Don't have good ways of generating data. I'd need 10 total actions to generate, and I have to consume it too. I would have 4 times 6 actions, which is 24, so I'd have to spend half of those just generating data. And there's not exactly good hybrid ones either. I was about to say, how do I reduce my thrust? How do I get started with any other? Alright, do that twice. Get me on site. And then guess we do that. Now then what I might just do is this. I need power. I'm just gonna spend this turn recharging batteries. So then generate some data. It generates a navigation. Spend some of it like that. Spend some of it like that. And tolerate failures, because I have no ability to repair them if these go wrong. And I'm just going to accept this and tell it to complete the task. This isn't a science mission anyway. It's a mission that has to be done, period. So we need to generate some that. Which also generates enough. I'll be able to do this, and then okay, now I need to generate there. And oh shit. I think I fucked this up. God damn it. Mission failed. I'll be able to force it to have good things happen by adding the upgrade. And okay, I'm just gonna go 15, 15, 15. I'm not gonna go for the bonus. Where do I even get started in? Is my good enough? Shouldn't point, it looks like. Druids have plenty of nav. Except a dock there because it gets stunned. Then alright, and finally, need to generate some more data without interfering in anything else. Yeah, just complete the task. I don't know why the drift is here. Why is it? It doesn't feel like it should have drift. Yeah, totally. Drift just kind of feels arbitrary. And it's a fucking rover. You're telling me, oops, I landed it a couple... Okay, first of all, shut that goddamn thing up. So first of all, you're telling me, oh no, the rover, it came down where we didn't want it to. You know, if it comes down, period, though, it's a rover. It roves. So as long as this should just... video games. And of course, immediate failure. It's not catastrophic. So let's just do that. That silences the alarm. Then I can spend that to generate... Why do I keep trying to generate data? I don't need data. I think I can fix that. I can fix it. Bob the Builder, can he fix it? Yes, he can. When it decides to be helpful for him to fix it. That's a nuisance. Now, what I can do is that twice and... fuck. Well, I need to generate some... how do I get data without fucking all my measurements up? Oh, please generate... no, wait. Okay, I do... this, I guess. That. And that. And pray nothing goes wrong. Oof. Question. How did that thing get down from there? Alright, that's pretty much the last thing I have to do. And Mars readiness is the point where I have a low probability of success. I do need some more research, though. So I'm gonna go home for a little while. Ariana 5 boosters. I've got 4 more rocket types to research, which are apparently significantly cheaper for some reason. Saturn would be researched. Some launch prep. I'll get plus 10% to the probability of this succeeding here in a moment. Or at least launching perfectly. Here's a Uranus. I believe it's Jovian, Saturnine, and Uranus. Also here, the thing can get too hot, so I need to keep between these two things. Can't do that last one. Let's just take a chance to recharge the batteries because a lot of stuff requires electricity. Oh no, something has gone wrong. Fortunately, I didn't need that data, so... And that's at least for good on data. By the way, for those who didn't notice, reliability damage does not carry over. By the way, how much more data would I need to generate? I went down that route, I'd be able to hit 6. I think I just need to plug my batteries in. Okay, and plug in the remainder. Aha! I have spare power, so that issue does not affect me. By the way, I think the dish is probably pointing the wrong way. You'd probably want that radio antenna pointing, the radio dish pointing backwards towards Earth. Otherwise, I believe a slight issue called, you're not actually broadcasting or receiving anything from Central Command would occur. It has the slight negative issue of not allowing you to gain any data from the probe or issue commands to it. Nice. I just got a lot of nice effects happen to me.